Hebrews chapter number 11. Let us read. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts. By it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death, and was not found, because God had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God. Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So, I would just want to encourage you tonight and even ask everybody, how is your faith life? Because in our Christian life, every decision that we do, every act that we act, every work that we work, could be faith or flesh. Sa bawat desisyon po ng ating buhay, sa ating mga ginagawa, sa ating paglilingkod, sa ating pangangaral, ating pag-aawit, ating pagpapunta sa church, kahit kung sa labas ng church, if you would be reading the verses in chapter 11, it is just telling you what is faith. Sometimes we get deceived of the way we look, the way we say things, that sometimes we can be led by our flesh to live a life without faith. Yung bang ang ating pamumuhay, ang ating mga desisyon sa buhay, hindi pananampalataya. Kasi pag pananampalataya ang dahilan, nagiging pagpapala po ito. Ang ibig lang mong sabihin ng ating mga binasa, mga babasahin pa kung meron po panahon sana, ang bawat buhay po na pinapakita dito, all we know on chapter 11 are the names of people, some named, some unnamed. But these are the people who live by faith. The evidence of things not seen, the Bible tells us. That's faith. But faith has also its evidences. May mga bagay na hindi nakikita ang ebidensya ng pananampalataya. Pero yung pananampalataya na yan, magkakaroon ng ebidensya yan. At yun po yung makikita po natin dito. Sa bawat buhay na binasa po natin at sa mga nakasunod pa, kay Abel, kay Noah, iba-iba ho sila ng kalagayan, iba-iba ho sila ng hinanap. Merong naging anak ng hari, o apo ng hari, ng Pharaoh. Makikita po natin si Moses. Makikita rin po natin yung mga normal na simpleng tao na nakasulat po sa Biblia na hindi naman po naging marangya. Some you find people that are, some are ladies even. We can find names here that are ladies. Rahab was a harlot, but she was here in the book of faith, in the chapter of faith. And so we find, no matter who you are, as long as you're a child of God, you can either live your life in faith or in without faith. Faith or flesh. And so you can find also here that if it's faith, it would evidence in your decisions. It will evidence in your word. Makikita po ang pananampalataya sa ating pong pagkilos, sa ating pong mga ginagawa. Maaari po nating madaya ang tao sa ating pagsasalita o sa mga nakikita nila sa mata. But never faith. Once faith is in the life of a Christian, you can see him doing something for God. And if you would see this, these things are powerful things. If you would find it on the start, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice. Cain offered too. Cain offered too. He offered the fruits that he harvested. Meron din namang giving si Cain. But why is Abel written in chapter 11? Because he gave by faith. You see? Ano po ang ibig sabihin? Pwede kang kumilos na ginagawa rin ng iba. You can do the ministry as what others are doing, but the Bible is speaking if it is once by faith, then it is powerful. It is quality. It is a blessing. It will be enjoyed not by God alone. Just try to imagine living in the time of Abel, in the time of Moses and Noah, and just being a part of his family or their family. Kung ikaw kaya yung kapanahonan ni Noah at isa ka sa kanyang mga anak, and you find your father, just try to imagine, commanded by the Lord to build a ship on a mountain. Can you imagine that? A ship on a mountain for hundreds of years? And this is done by being mocked by people. And yung mga anak niya, ano nakikita ng mga anak nila? Nagtatrabaho yung tatay nila. Bakit nakikita nila yung pananampalataya? No wonder they got saved with him. You with me? That's the power of faith. Whatever you do, whatever you do, would it be in the ministry or outside the ministry, because wherever we are God's children. And the only way we please Him is when we act by faith. Pag pananampalataya, hindi takot. Pananampalataya, hindi sarili pananalig sa pangyarihan ng Diyos. Hindi sa pagtingin sa dami ng problema, sa laki ng mga kalaban, sa dami ng hinaharap. Are you with me? There are 12 tribes there are 12 spies that were sent. Noong panahon ni Moses, at pumunta kayo dun sa lugar. Tignan ninyo kung ano yung mga kalaban natin. Yung 10 bumalik ng takot. Yung 2, sabi ni Joshua at ni Caleb, malaki ang Diyos, kaya-kaya natin sila. Pare-parehas yung kalaban, hindi nagbago yung sitwasyon. Anong pagkakaiba? Yung 2 may pananampalataya, yung 10 wala. And now you see the difference. Nakita po ako mga kapatid. Marami pa ako, kaya lang hindi naman na tayo pa magpagabi. Makikita, we can see the difference. We can know the difference. It is so powerful when it is by faith. And now you have to check your life tonight. Do you decide by faith? Do you live by faith? Do you really trust God tonight? Do you see Him as powerful as He is tonight? Do you connect yourself with the Word? Do you encourage yourself in your decision making? In your family life? In your Christian life? In your ministry? Is it really by faith? Do you see God that can do a miracle? Do you see God that can protect you? Do you see a God that is pleased when you believe by faith? Do not waste time deciding things, doing things, working things. Side faith. Kasi sayang yung mga mahaba natin sana dito na mababasa. I hope you would give time in Hebrews chapter 11, knowing the principle of faith, trying to see name and name by faith parehas. Yung sa may bandang dulo na sinabi ko sa inyo dati, let us just see before we end. Let us just see before we end. Verse number 33. Verse number 33. Verse number 33. If you're there, say amen. Amen. Ready, read. Who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises. There are people who live by faith who, during their lifetime, saw the power of that. Ano nangyari? Subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises. Can you imagine that? Sarah was old and God said she will have a baby. And she saw the child coming out from her. Umuot na yung balat niya. Sabi niya nga, pinaka-nagpatawa sa kanya, paano ko siya papagatasin? Lula na ako. And then she saw Isaac coming out from her and then taking care of her. God provided the milk. God provided the blessing. Are you with me? She saw that promise. You see, every time you believe by faith, every time you trust God again, you see promises being fulfilled. And it's so sweet. Napakatamis ang Panginoon na sumasagot ng panalangin. Pero tingnan niyo yung kabilang side. O verse 34 pa, sa positive pa na gusto natin. Quench the violence of fire. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego escaped the edge of the sword. Out of weakness were made strong. Are you there? Verse 34. Wax valiant in fight. Turn to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead raised to life again. O verse 36 naman tayo. If you're there, say amen. Amen. Ready, go. And others had trial of, yung iba naman. Cruel mockings naman. Yung isa naka-obtain ng promise, yung isang nabuhay sa faith, nakapag-subdue ng kingdoms. But on the other hand, there are people who live by faith who had trial of cruel mockings. And, okay lang sana yung mockings eh. Pero yung papalupaluin ka habang inaasar ang pananampalataya mo, yea, moreover of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned. They were sewn asunder. And they get back together again. No. Hindi yan sila yung hiniwa pagkatapos bumalik by faith. Hindi. Namatay na silang nilagari at hinati. Do you get my point, folks? Brethren? Same people of God, different situations. There are some who were blessed with promises. There are some who died not obtaining the promise. Nalagari na lang, na-persecute na lang. They did not receive the promise. God having provided some better thing for us. Brethren, listen to this. Whether your problems will be solved or whether you have a problem right now, it is still different when it is by faith. Iba pa rin pagdato ng pananalig mo sa Panginoon. Malalampasan mo, mahahanap mo, magagawa mo. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Kung nasa pagpapala, napakasarap ng pananampalataya, pati sa problema, napakaganda pa rin kung pananampalataya nila, then what is our excuse not living by faith tonight? What is our excuse not believing God? What is our excuse not trusting God? What is our excuse not living by the Word of God or reading or studying the Word? What's the time for fear? What's the time for discouragement? What's the time for cowardice? You should not have that. You should not waste your time deciding, obeying, ministering, loving, working, praying without faith. And so let us check ourselves tonight. Am I doing it by faith? Lord, nakatingin ba ako sa iyo? O natatakot na naman ako sa buhay? Nakatutok ba ako sa kapangyarihan mo, sa iyong salita? O sarili ko na naman ang nasusunod? Sapagkat paulit-ulit to different stories, different men, as I've said, named and unnamed, it is the same. When it is by faith, it is great. So we have to check. Maybe the devil will try to tempt us. Maybe our flesh is too strong tonight. Let us go back to God and say, Lord, forgive me for not seeing your power again. And let me believe you in faith once again. Let me do things by faith once again. Let not be this flesh again. Let it be you that will be seen in my life. And so you will see the power of it. Is it by faith or by flesh? I hope that will be a reminder when we get back home. Panginoon, nananampalataya ako. O Panginoon, patawarin mo ako, nawawala na naman ang pananampalataya ko sa iyo. Tulungan mo ako na gamitin ko ulit ang regalo na ito, manalig muli sa iyong salita. Sandalan mo ulit yung dati mong sinasandalan. Maniwala ka ulit sa dati mong pinaniwalaan. Sapagkat hindi pa rin po nagbabago ang Diyos. Amen? So maraming salamat po.